It's the 88th minute, the ball is lost and you're 40 yards away from your own goal. Your lungs are burning and your legs feel like lead. Every single cell in your body is screaming at you to stop. Now you know you should sprint back. You know your team needs you. But for a split second, you hesitate, you jog, you watch then as the opposition scores. And at that moment, you beat yourself up. You say, I'm weak, I don't have the heart. But what if I told you that heart has nothing to do with it? What if I told you that mental toughness isn't just a personality trait? It's an actual physical structure within your brain. It's a muscle. And right now, yours might actually be too small. Now, my name's Mark Bowden. I'm a mental performance coach to Premier League players. I'm also the author of the best-selling book, Use Your Brain, Raise Your Game. And I'm the co-founder of the NXT agency, where we represent elite footballers in the game. And in this video, I'm going to prove to you that discipline is biological. We're going to talk about a tiny part of your brain called the Anterior Mid-Cingulate Cortex, or the aMCC. We're going to look at the science that proves that you can physically grow your willpower. And I'm not just going to teach you the theory. I want you to feel the difference. And I've uploaded a brand new guided visualization session on this channel. It's a mind gym workout that's specifically designed to target this area of the brain, to help you to condition this elite mental toughness, and it's live right now. I'm going to link it at the end of this video, but you cannot use that tool effectively until you understand how the machine works. You need to know why you quit before you can fix it. So let's break open the science of the aMCC. Now, growing up in football, we're always told about talent. We look at players like Cristiano Ronaldo or Lamine Yamal, or any of the other players that seem relentless in what they do. We just think, wow, they're just born different. We think they're built like machines and we are just normal humans. We think that when the game gets hard, they don't feel the pain of exhaustion. Or maybe after training, they just naturally crave doing the extras when everyone else is gone. But that's a lie. Every player feels the pain of fatigue. Every player feels the burning in their legs. Every player has many days where they want to give in and leave early. The difference is not the pain. The difference isn't even the motivation. The difference is simply the decision. Now, for years, scientists have been confused by all of this. They wanted to know why some people can just push through the hell whilst others give up as soon as it gets uncomfortable. So they thought, is it hormones? Is it how they were raised? Well, recently, neuroscience has found the answer, and it changes everything for footballers. They found a specific region in the brain, and it's right in the middle. It's called the Anterior Mid-Cingulate Cortex, or the aMCC for short. Now, I want you to think of the aMCC as your brain's override button. Your body, it's designed for survival. It wants to save energy and it wants to be comfortable. So when you are sprinting back and your oxygen is low, you feel that burning in your lungs. Your body sends a signal to your brain that says, emergency, stop running, save energy, look for comfort. Or when you finished a training session, the pull of simply going home and putting your feet up is very, very real. Most players, they listen to that signal. But if the aMCC in their brain is big, strong, and powerful, it's going to step in and say, no, keep going. It overrides the survival instinct and it overrides that need for comfort. Now, the science around this, what makes the aMCC tick is pretty much the metaphor, use it or lose it. And more than just a saying, this is real biology. So there was a fascinating discussion between neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman and the ultra endurance athlete David Goggins. Now, you may know Goggins. He's that crazy guy who runs 100 miles while screaming at you that you're soft, that you need to get up at 4 a.m. and run a ton of miles every day. Now, I love Goggins. He's mad, but he's brilliant. Now, they were actually talking about this exact part of the brain. The science shows that in people who are obese or people who struggle with discipline, their aMCC is actually tiny. It's actually physically smaller. But in top athletes, in people who do hard things every single day, their aMCC, it's larger, it's thicker, it has more neural connections. So if that's the case, how does it grow? Does it grow if you do the things that you enjoy? No. Does it grow when you score a goal and you celebrate? No. Does it grow when you go to the gym and do an enjoyable and comfortable workout? No. The science is very specific. The aMCC will only grow when you do something that you do not want to do. And I'm going to say that again because it is incredibly important. It will grow when you do something that you do not want to do. Now, ice baths. If you love doing them, taking an ice bath won't help you in this way. But if you hate ice baths, if you force yourself then to do one anyway, this is it. This is now the aMCC lighting up and getting bigger and stronger. If you love running, going for a jog is easy. But if it's raining, if it's cold, your bed is warm, and you really, really don't want to go, but you do it anyway, that's the repetition. That is the bicep curl for your brain. Now this means that willpower is not a gift, it's a bank account. Every time you choose the hard road, you make a deposit into that bank account. And let's now bring this back to the pitch. What does a small aMCC look like in a football match? Now it looks like the striker who stops making runs because he hasn't received the ball in 10 minutes. He's frustrated, so he chooses the easy option, walk, relax his focus and his concentration. It also looks like the midfielder, he gets tackled and he just complains to the referee instead of chasing the ball back. Because complaining is the easy option. Chasing after the ball is the hard one. It also looks like the player who hides in big games because they're scared of making a mistake. And again, hiding, it's the safe option. Showing up and doing what you need to do, that's scary. Now, imagine the opposite. Think of the best players that you know when the game is a disaster, when it's raining, when they're losing 2-0, when the rest of the team has their heads down and are getting frustrated. They play harder. Why? Because they've trained their aMCC. They've built a biological structure that allows them to ignore the voice in their head that says, quit. And when you see a player make a 60-yard sprint in the 93rd minute to stop a goal, you're not seeing passion. You are seeing a highly developed aMCC in action. You're seeing a brain that has been trained to eat pain for breakfast. And the best news is that you can build this too. You don't need to be born with it. You can start building it today. Now, how do we build this willpower muscle? Now, there are actually two ways. Now, way number one is physical action. You need to seek out the small things that you don't want to do. You don't need to run a marathon every day. You just need to find small moments where your brain says no, but you respond by saying yes. Now, when that alarm goes off and you want to hit that snooze button, don't. Get up. That is one rep for the aMCC. And when you finish training and you want to walk back to the car, watch some Netflix and put your feet up, do one more lap of the pitch when you don't want to. That is the rep for the aMCC. Or when you're doing a drill, you're looking to train your weak foot. It's getting hard. You want to switch back to using your dominant foot, but you don't. You stay with the awkwardness. You stay doing the difficult task. Again, that's the rep. Every time you fight the friction, your aMCC grows. Now, way number two is neural visualizations. And this is where most players miss out. They think they have to physically be suffering to train their brain. But neuroscience, it tells us that vivid visualization will fire the same neural pathways as actually doing the action. Now, if you can close your eyes, vividly imagine a moment of fatigue, feeling the burning in your lungs, and then you mentally imagine pushing through it. When you do this, you're strengthening those connections, you're growing the aMCC. You're laying down the highway in your brain so that when Saturday comes, that signal travels much faster. You're rehearsing the override button, and you're doing this before you even step foot on that pitch. And this is what the top pros will do. They don't just train their legs, they train their nervous system. Certainly the ones that I work with. Now you can click off this video and go back to scrolling and hope that you feel motivated for your next game. Now if you do this, you may find that you're simply in the same place. Or you can start building your aMCC right now. I told you at the start of the video that I wanted you to experience the fix. And I've created a specific guided audio session called the Override Protocol. It's designed to put you in that high pressure, high fatigue state mentally, and then guide you through the process of pushing through. It is short, it's intense, and it uses the science of what we've just spoken about. It's based upon the very work that I do with the pro and the Premier League players that I personally work with. Yes, you have the knowledge, but it still means very little. This session will help you to condition this, so it's a natural way that you automatically operate. You're strengthening that aMCC. It's live and it's on this channel right now, and it's on the screen here. Don't just be a student of the game, be a master of your mind. The session's free, it's ready. All you need to do is click on it now. Now hopefully I'll see you there as we do the work.